What is up, you guys? It is another episode of the Sci-Fly Zone where the multiverse meets the seventh inning stretch. It's your boy Trent and CJ, and we are finally back to Major League Baseball. CJ was vacationing with his family for a little bit, but now he's back, so we can talk about Major League Baseball and all of the awards that have been given out to the respective players in each league. We're going to be talking about who deserved them, who got snubbed, and why exactly each reward to each player is so significant. So let's get right into it. Welcome back, CJ. Good to have you back.
Yeah, thank you for having me back. Thanks for holding down the fort while I was gone. If you guys haven't checked out already, make sure you go check out that last video that Trenton did, talking about some of the unannounced characters for Doomsday and the potential that they're going to be in the movie, potential that they're not going to be in the movie, what kind of role they're going to play. It's the end of the baseball season, and that means it's award time. So it's time to get into the nitty-gritty.
So for MVP in the American League and National League, we have Aaron Judge and Shohei Ohtani. First time ever that we have had back-to-back MVPs. Ohtani and Judge have won MVP last year, and they won MVP this year. Also, this is Ohtani's fourth unanimous MVP. 3 of them consecutively. And he's the first guy to win multiple MVP awards in both leagues. Guys, what is going on?
It's genuinely unbelievable what we're seeing right now from Shohei Ohtani. He's not a generational player. He is one of the greatest baseball players of all time. It's like you really can't argue that. The writers have said it for 4 years. I mean, like you said, 4 unanimous MVPs. And this year was no different. It was another incredible year for him. 55 homers, 20 stolen bases. He also got back on the mound for 14 starts. His innings were limited to a maximum of like 3, 4, sometimes 5 innings. But I mean, in that span, he was great. He had a sub-3 ERA. He had a 1.9 FIP. So he's going to be great when he's back on the mound and completely healthy. We saw a glimpse of that in the postseason. But yeah, man, it was another incredible season. And we might be looking at the next unanimous Hall of Famer. By the time it's all said and done. Yeah, I really don't know what argument you can make against him.
No, I mean, he could go in the Hall of Fame right now, honestly. And not only that, Ohtani, he hit 55 home runs and led MLB in runs while, like you mentioned, pitching an ERA under 3. Like, no one is going to do that again. No one's going to do a lot of the stuff that Ohtani's done ever again. But let's move over to Aaron Judge a little bit, because there's been big discussion about Aaron Judge winning MVP over Cal Raleigh. And I totally get it, because either guy deserved the award. But Aaron Judge is the 3rd player to pair a batting title with 50 home runs while winning MVP.
It's unbelievable what he did offensively this year, not only with the power, but like you said, with the batting average. He had the contact. He almost led baseball in hits, and this was while basically missing almost 2 weeks of the season. People forget, like, he did miss some time, and if he didn't, then it would have been even more unbelievable. But yeah, I've been kind of vocal about wanting Cal Raleigh to win the MVP, and I was kind of hoping that he would. I was thinking that maybe the storyline going with it, I guess, would kind of play to his favor, with being the first, just like with the historical catching season that he had, being the first 50-homer season for a catcher, but the first 60-homer season for a catcher. He had 12 more homers than the next best season by a catcher with Salvador Perez with 48. And he was absolutely integral to his team. The Mariners would have looked completely different without Cal Raleigh, but you can say the same about Aaron Judge. And when you look at the stats, it's really hard to argue it. He had the highest batting average in baseball. He had the highest on-base percentage, the highest slugging, and the highest OPS in all of baseball. Like, he was at the top of every hitting category, basically. Like, it's really hard to argue it, but it was very close. Aaron Judge getting 17 out of the 30 first place votes, Cal Raleigh getting the other 13. So it was going to be close, but yeah, it goes to Judge.
Yeah, I would say, like, if I had to put this into poker terms, Cal Raleigh had a straight flush season, and Aaron Judge just had a royal flush.
Yeah, pretty much. He basically did everything he could to win the MVP. It's just that Aaron Judge was just a little bit better. And I think they really couldn't go wrong with this decision. Whoever got MVP was very different than the National League race. Obviously, Ohtani getting it unanimously, and this almost being as close as you can get to splitting the MVP award, which has only happened once, between Willie Stargell and Keith Hernandez. But I mean, yeah, there had to be a winner, and Aaron Judge he absolutely deserved it.
Yeah, I agree. I think Judge deserved it just by a little bit, although I would have understood if Cal Raleigh did win it. And just another fun little number here for Ohtani and Judge. They have combined for 7 of the last 10 MVPs since 2021. And during that time, they have combined for 482 home runs and 1,084 RBIs. That is more runs than the MLB leading Yankees scored this year. 2 guys over the span of 5 seasons put up more than what the entire best team did in 1 season. And for reference, the most runs ever scored by an MLB team in 1 season since the year 1900 was the 1931 Yankees, and they scored 1,067. 17 runs behind what Ohtani and Judge have done in these last 5 seasons. Just insane production.
It's unbelievable. We are actually seeing 2 of the best hitters like of all time. Aaron Judge is probably going to go down as one of the best right-handed hitters of all time. Shohei Ohtani is going to go down as one of the best overall baseball players of all time. And the fact that we're getting both of them in their prime at the same time, and we're getting to watch it all, it's so great, man.
And arguably when pitching has been the most difficult of all time.
Yeah, 100%. Pitchers are just getting better and better every year. The velocity is going up. Stuff is improving. Like every year,
people are starting to denounce Babe Ruth a little bit because they're like, they were throwing 50 back then. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. It really is incredible what we're witnessing right now.
I totally agree.
I do want to give a couple shout outs to Jose Ramirez and Bobby Witt Jr. coming in 3rd and 4th place. Bobby Witt Jr., people were saying, had a down year, but he had the most hits in baseball. He had a 295 batting average. He put up a 7 WAR season, and he was the best defensive shortstop and the best American League defensive player in baseball, winning a Platinum Glove for the first time in his career. Jose Ramirez, a very Jose Ramirez season. He had 30 homers, 44 stolen bases, and he is now tied with Eddie Murray for the most top 5 MVP finishes without ever winning any of them. He has never won an MVP, but he has been top 5 in MVP voting 6 different times. He's been around for 13 years, and in the 10 full seasons that he's played, I'm pretty sure every single one of them but one he's finished in top 10 MVP. So
get him off the Guardians.
Get him out of the Central.
Get him out of there.
Go somewhere else. Trade him. We talked about maybe if they were going to trade him at the deadline. They ended up not doing it and making the playoffs, but they could get a lot of great value out of him, man. Next season, he's going to enter the 300 home run, 300 stolen base club. There's only 8 guys who have done that. He is quietly putting together a Hall of Fame career. He doesn't get nearly enough attention as he should. He's one of the best players of this generation, and I believe that he absolutely should be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he probably will be. He just really needs to get out of Cleveland. No disrespect to Cleveland, but that team has just been like one of the worst offensive teams in the last few years.
Yeah.
Like, they supplement it with really good defense and really good pitching, and they have like their own formula that makes it so they can stay in contention for most of the time. But when's the last time Cleveland's won the World Series? You tell me.
Yeah, it has been a long time.
I'll tell you what, the Angels have won it more recently than them. So
yeah, that's true, and that says a lot because the Angels are bad. But I mean, yeah, he does need to get to a different team. Imagine if he was on the 2025 Blue Jays team, like,
or the Mariners,
or the Mariners. Oh man, there's so many options for him. They get a ton of value, but anyways, another great season for him.
Yeah, for sure. All those guys, I mean, they're all definite candidates for MVP. If, like, let's say Aaron Judge, I'm not saying I hope this happens, but like, if he gets hurt or he misses 30 plus games, some of those guys could definitely take advantage of that. I also want to see Mike Trout come back in full force. Stop striking out so much. Stop popping out so much. I want to see the light in your eyes again, man. Where did it go? I understand where it went though. Like, I've been watching. I know it's been rough out here. Rendon is draining the life force of everyone on the Angels, so I get it. But it's the last year of his contract, so It's okay. Just one more year, and then we can move on from this. And me and CJ are gonna be there opening day booing this guy. As much as we love the Angels, we hate Rendon because he's been taking way too much money from us. But I'm gonna wrap up that side tangent. The Cy Young Award winners: Paul Skeens, Tarek Skubal. I mean, this is probably the most Dodoy Cy Young winners in a while, I feel like. Paul Skeens, 1.97 ERA. When's the last time a guy has done this good to start out his career?
I'll tell you when. Vida Blue in the 1960s and 70s has the lowest ERA through his first 50 career starts since the dead ball era finished. Vida Blue, through his first 50 starts, had a 2.01 ERA. Paul Skeens, through his first 50 starts, had a 2.02 ERA. So he is basically the best of the best. It's essentially the best way he could have started his career.
Yeah, and he also becomes the third pitcher to win Rookie of the Year and Cy Young within his first 2 seasons. And he also won Cy Young unanimously.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. The way that his career has just exploded, like right from the start. He's just taken off as one of, if not the best starting pitcher in baseball right now. He's been dominant ever since he got to the league. In his first 55 starts, he has a career 1.97 ERA.
Which is the ERA that he finished the season with as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's so consistent.
He almost had the exact same season as he did last year. Last year, he had a 1.96 ERA. This year is a 1.97. Last year, he had a 2.4.
So he did worse this year, is what you're telling me.
He did worse this year. Yeah, he did worse this year than last year. Yeah. Last year, he had a 2.44 FIP. This year, he had a 2.36 FIP. Last year, he had a 0.947 WHIP. This year, he had a 0.948 WHIP. 0.001 difference. And he did this while throwing 50 more innings. Like, when he won Rookie of the Year last year, with what he did in 23 games, like 130 innings, we were like, if he can replicate this over a full season, he's going to win the Cy Young every year. He replicated it over a full season, and he won the Cy Young unanimously. It's unbelievable. He's just like one of the most dominant pitchers in baseball, and he will be for a very long time.
Yeah, it's really awesome. And similar to Jose Ramirez, get this man out of Pittsburgh.
Yes.
Get him out of Pittsburgh. I guarantee you, as soon as he enters like any sort of arbitration or anything like that, he's not coming back. There's no way the Pirates are going to offer him enough money. And even if they did, they would be offering him all of their money, basically. They wouldn't, like, it would take another few years to like actually build around him. And that's if they made legitimate competitive moves that actually made sense, which they really haven't been doing the last few years. So they need to trade this man before they lose him to contract negotiations so they can get some value back. Don't make the same mistake the Angels made with letting Ohtani go to contract negotiations without trading him. It's simple ball. Come on. You got to trade this man, get 5 or 6 guys, 2 or 3 that can play on the squad right now, 2 or 3 that are in major development. Like, it's very simple, guys. Come on.
Yeah, it feels like a trade is inevitable at some point, whether that be next year or in the next couple of years. They do have a couple more years of control on his contract, but yeah, I really hope they need to get some value out of Paul Skeens by trading him. Like they're not going to win a championship with him. He can't carry the team alone, and he lost as many games as he won this year, and he allowed less than 2 runs a game on average. It's unbelievable. Like, they even if he wanted to stay in Pittsburgh, which I don't think he would, which hopefully he wouldn't, they don't pay their guys. They don't give out those contracts that he's going to be looking for. He might be the highest paid pitcher by the time he becomes a free agent. He might have the biggest pitcher contract of all time. Like, somebody in a big market is going to be looking for him.
Yeah, like the Pirates are the absolute kings of flings. You know what I mean? They just have a bunch of flings with players and then send them off before they need to give them bonuses. Remember when we had that funny bit about Brian Reynolds back in the day because he was their biggest contract?
5 or 6 years, I want to say. And people were like, whoa, it's a long-term deal for the Pirates. I'm not totally sure what it was, but I feel like it was around there. But, yeah.
So I looked it up. Brian Reynolds' contract, I don't know how they managed to do this. 8 years, 106 million.
Yeah, it's tough to see,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, good for Paul personally with
Better
his
call
personal
Paul.
accomplishment. better trade Paul. That's what Pittsburgh better do.
Yes.
You gotta get him out of there.
But yeah, on the flip side, Tarek Skubal, also this man deserved it. I mean, he also had the best ERA in the American League at 2.21 and the best WHIP at 0.89, and also becomes the 12th pitcher to win back-to-back Cy Young awards.
Yeah, it was complete dominance again for Tarek Skubal. He just did basically what he did the previous year. In 2024, he won the pitching triple crown, lowest ERA, most wins, most strikeouts, and this year he had a better season. He had a 2.21 ERA, 195 innings pitched, and 241 strikeouts this year. It was just complete dominance from him. He was absolutely incredible. And Garrett Crochet completely established himself as one of the most dominant starting pitchers in baseball. And I think in any other season where Tarek Skubal doesn't do what he did this year, Garrett Crochet wins that award. But I mean, Tarek Skubal, dude, just similar to Paul Skeens, just replicated what he did last year, just better.
Yeah, man, I would say if there was anyone else in contention with Tarek Skubal for this award, it would be Garrett Crochet. And I'm very much looking forward to see what he can offer Boston in the future, because it does seem like Boston is only going to get better from here. I do see them making an upward trajectory in the standings, especially with how well their second half went this season. And it does seem like they're one of the bigger players for Pete Alonso as well. So if they were to land Pete Alonso, that would make them one of the most lethal teams in the American League. So very much looking forward to that. But yeah, Tarek Skubal, does he need to leave Detroit?
You know, I was hearing
Does everyone just need to abandon the Central? Like I just feel like there's no money in the Central divisions
Oh
at
my gosh.
all.
Yeah, all the players that we're talking about getting out of their teams are in the Central. Yeah, it's Pittsburgh, Cleveland, and Detroit. That's insane. I was hearing some talks like within the last couple of weeks that the Tigers would be open to trading Skubal, which is kind of crazy. I don't know why they would want to be trading him right now. I don't know. I mean, they could get a ton of value out of him. His value is probably it's the highest it's ever been in his career, but he has been a huge part of that Tigers success within the last couple of years, and I would be surprised if they got rid of him.
Yeah, they need to definitely somehow build more guys around him and be more of a lethal force, because we really just saw them kind of collapse near the end of the season. They barely made the playoffs, thank God. You know, I mean, they were in first place for almost the whole year until the very end. So that was kind of scary, but it was really awesome to see playoff Tarek Skubal. I mean, he was freaking incredible. He was probably one of the best playoff pitchers until Detroit got eliminated. So personally, I don't know where Detroit's going to be going after this season. I have no idea if they're going to be going up, if they're going to be going down, if they're just going to kind of stay the same. It's really hard to tell. Their guys are so streaky, you know, like it's really hard to know where they're going. And I want to see Tarek Skubal on a team that's a consistent playoff team more often than not, because that man deserves to pitch in the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. He absolutely does. We saw a glimpse of him in the playoffs for a couple starts, and he was incredible. He picked up right where he left off in the regular season. I'm pretty sure he finished top 10 in postseason strikeouts this year, even though he had like 3 starts. So if he pitches in the World Series, like if he had more appearances in this postseason, it would have been one of the most dominant postseasons that we've probably ever seen from a starting pitcher. Like he's
would have been Yamamoto level.
Yeah, it would have been, man, seeing the two of them face off in a World Series game would have been incredible. That would be a masterpiece.
Yeah, although he would have gotten no offensive support against Yamamoto. I already know Yamamoto would have given up 2 hits max against Detroit, respectfully.
Yeah, probably retire 14 batters in a row at some point just because he decides to. But yeah, great season for Tarek Skubal. He was the right answer. He was always going to be the right answer for Cy Young. I do want to give a shout out to Hunter Brown, though. He had a great season as well, finishing 3rd in Cy Young voting. He had a 2.43 ERA with over 200 strikeouts. And at the age of 26, he finishes third in Cy Young voting. So he's going to be huge for the Astros going forward. He's going to be a great pitcher, and he has cool tattoos.
Yes, very true. He does have cool tattoos. And if you have good tattoos, that'll take you a long way.
Absolutely.
But yeah, let's move on to the rookies of the year. A few months back in late June, me and CJ did a video theorizing who we thought would be the rookies of the year. And I actually predicted one of them, and that would be the National League Rookie of the Year, Drake Baldwin. My pick is going to be the Atlanta Braves catcher, Drake Baldwin. Super awesome. And for the American League, unanimous selection here, Nick Kurtz. In the first half of the season, I totally thought it was going to be other athletics player, Jacob Wilson, going to be winning American League Rookie of the Year. But Nick Kurtz really heated up close to the All-Star break and then just kept it going for the rest of the year, including that awesome 4-homer game that he had, which was just a few feet away from a 5-homer game too, which was utterly insane. But yeah, just really awesome performance by him. In 117 games played this year, he batted .290 with 36 homers, 86 RBIs. That's a rookie of the year.
Yeah, he was, in the time span that he played, he really was one of the best offensive first basemen in the game, and that's a stacked position right now. You got guys like Pete Alonso, like Vlad Jr., like Bryce Harper, like Matt Olson, and he was up there in the conversation with them because he was just he absolutely broke out this year, and he completely made a name for himself. Like you said, .290 batting average, almost 40 homers. I did predict that his teammate Jacob Wilson was going to win Rookie of the Year. In fact, it looked like it was going to be the case for a while. I thought that was going to be kind of a layup because he finished with the second highest batting average in baseball. But I didn't expect Nick Kurtz to hit almost 40 homers.
Me neither.
That's on me, I guess. But the power that we saw from him was, the only other guy I can think of that had power like that as a rookie is like Aaron Judge or Pete Alonso. And so that's pretty good company to be a part of.
Yeah, man, I'm really looking forward to see what he's going to be doing in the future, and hopefully he can help turn the A's into a legit contending team again. Not better than the Angels, but I want them to be kicking around, having, I want them to have hope. I just want them to have hope.
Yeah, I do too, and I think they do. They have a lot of young guys there that have a lot of talent. They got Nick Kurtz, they got Jacob Wilson, they got some other guys. They traded for Leo Dalis de Vries from the Padres, and that Mason Miller trade. They got one of the top prospects back. So
and they still got Rooker, right?
Yeah, Rooker's there. Yeah, he's been a great power hitter as well. He's one of the best DHs in the American League. So yeah, it's a bright future for not Oakland, for the A's. Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good. So yeah, Nick Kurtz and Drake Baldwin, really cool. And Drake Baldwin was also one of the best defensive catchers in all of baseball this year. So it's going to be cool to see the defense comboed with the offense looking forward for Atlanta, because they also definitely have some guys and they massively underperformed this year. So it would be cool to see if he, along with a lot of those other main guys that they have, can really turn it around next season.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a great catcher season, and it was a great rookie season for Drake Baldwin. It's the .274 batting average. He had an .810 OPS with 19 homers in 124 games. So, yeah, in a bit of a concerning season for Atlanta, he was definitely one of the bright spots for them. And I feel like they're probably going to lock him down to an extension within the next couple of years.
That would be smart. Having a solidified catcher on your team is crucial for a baseball team. Like having a catcher you can rely on, like having a guy like Cal Raleigh, a guy like Yadier Molina, Buster Posey, Salvador Perez. You guys get the vibe, having a guy like that who can hold it down for your team's offense and pitching and defense, because remember, he's calling the games too, so he's factoring in there. So having a good guy behind the backstop is very critical for your team.
Yeah, well said. Absolutely. He's a catcher is a huge part of the game, and there's not really like a stat that can point to that, to like how valuable a catcher really is. But yeah, he was great defensively. He was great for them overall, he made a huge difference for them, and I imagine he will continue to do that in the future. I do also want to give out honorable mention to the second place rookie of the year, Cade Horton. He had a great season. He was great for them down the stretch for Chicago. He was 11-4 this year in 23 starts with a 2.67 ERA. The only thing is that Skeens did that last year, but just a little bit better. He also had 23 starts last year, and it was one of the best rookie campaigns that we've seen. So I think some people might have been maybe a little less impressed with Cade Horton, just because of what Paul Skeens has been doing the last couple of years. But he's going to be a star for Chicago as well in the future. They have a great pitching staff there.
Yeah, really looking forward to see how that plays out. And we did mention that Baldwin's defense was really good, but it was not the best. He did not win the Gold Glove. The guy that won Gold Glove would be Patrick Bailey. He would win his second Gold Glove of his career for San Francisco. And he's also not the only Giant that won a Gold Glove this year. Logan Webb won his first this year. Pretty cool. And just to kind of go down the rest of the Gold Gloves for the National League, we got Matt Olson at first base. We got Nico Horner at second base. We got Key Brian Hayes at third base. At shortstop, we got Mason Wynn. That's really cool because he's a very new player. So I remember he was famous for how hard he was hucking the ball from shortstop to first base at over 100 miles an hour. People were freaking out about it.
Yeah. He's there's definitely a lot of hype around him. He's a great player. I believe he had a MLB The Show card where he was a starting pitcher and he threw 102 miles an hour. So
yeah,
kind of shows you what they think of him for the future.
Yeah, that's awesome. Ian Happ wins his fourth in a row for Chicago. I mean, when I think of Ian Happ, for some reason I don't think of defense, but it's fourth Gold Glove in a row. So that's my bad. I guess I'm living under a rock because this guy can really defend it out there. And not the only Cubs outfielder to win a Gold Glove either. Pete Crow Armstrong wins the first of his career. So that's pretty cool. And Fernando Tatis finishes it off in right field, winning his second of his career. And then Javier Sonoja wins the National League Utility Player Gold Glove. And Fernando Tatis also wins the Platinum Glove this year as well. So good for him. But that's the National League Gold Gloves.
Yeah, it's weird to think that Tatis started as a shortstop and then just in the last couple of years moved to right field and has become a multiple-time Platinum Glove winner for the National League. It's crazy. Yeah, I mean the Chicago outfield was great defensively too. Pete Crow Armstrong was one of the best defensive players in baseball, and Ian Happ does kind of fly under the radar a lot, not only defensively but offensively. I feel like people don't really talk about him as much as maybe they should. But I mean, that Cubs outfield is great. If Kyle Tucker had a full season, he probably would have been in the running for it too. Maybe not have passed out Tatis, but I mean that Cubs outfield is great. Also, pretty cool that the pitcher-catcher tandem between Patrick Bailey and Logan Webb win Gold Glove together. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
he's a ground ball pitcher. He gets a lot of opportunities for it, so it's good that he can back himself up.
Yeah, for sure. And for the American League, Max Fried wins his fourth career Gold Glove. So that's really cool. Catcher Dylan Dingler, he's really catching the balls. He wins his first Gold Glove of his career along with Ty France. He played for the Twins and the Blue Jays this year, so I guess technically he counts for both of them. But Marcus Semien, he wins his second career Gold Glove at second base. Michael Garcia at third base wins his first career Gold Glove. Bobby Witt Jr. wins his second in a row at shortstop. Pretty cool. And Steven Kwan gets his fourth career Gold Glove in a row in left field for the Guardians. And Ceddanne Rafaela, he wins his first career in center field. And Willier Abreu, another Red Sox in the outfield, wins his second career Gold Glove. Really interesting to see, multiple Red Sox outfielders kind of representing the defense.
Yeah, it was interesting to me. Two more teammates who winning Gold Gloves in the outfield together. Pretty cool. Willier Abreu kind of went under my radar, honestly. I didn't really I had him on my fantasy team, but I was only looking at him offensively. He was good when he was healthy offensively, but Like I wasn't really aware of how good he was defensively as well, but like he's a really exciting young player. Looking forward to see what he does in the future for the Red Sox. He's going to be a big part of that team. Dylan Dingler, I'm pretty sure, didn't allow a pass ball this season. He either didn't allow a pass ball or was one pass ball, not including like wild pitches. Some pitchers threw wild pitches, but it was not the fault of him. Like he was great for them, and it could have been a lot more for the Tigers, but it just wasn't.
Yeah, that's really awesome, and that's what you need out of your catcher.
Yeah, 100%.
And then to finish it off for the American League Gold Gloves, Mauricio Dubon, forgive me for however you pronounce it, but he wins his second career Gold Glove as the American League utility player. So pretty cool. And then Bobby Witt Jr. does win the Platinum Glove for this year, and well deserving. I mean, that guy he's a lethal threat on all aspects of the field.
Yeah, he really is one of the best all-around players in baseball. Like he is actually a 5-tool player. He can do it all. Like Mason Wynn was the best shortstop in the National League, one of the best defenders in baseball, and Bobby Witt Jr. was just a little bit better than him too. So that just tells you how much Bobby Witt Jr. means to that Kansas City team.
Yeah, definitely. So let's finish it off here with the Silver Sluggers. And then we'll also do the managers of the year at the end as well. Because, they deserve some love too. They kind of factor into the game a little bit. So got to shout them out. But the American League Silver Sluggers, Cal Raleigh won it, surprisingly. I didn't think he was going to win it.
Interesting, controversial for sure.
Yeah, I 60-something home runs.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. And then Rookie of the Year, Nick Kurtz wins a Silver Slugger. Jazz Chisholm Jr. wins his first career Silver Slugger. I mean, he had over 30 homers this year, so that makes sense. Pretty good year for him. J-Ram, Jose Ramirez, wins his 6th career Silver Slugger. I mean, incredible. And you know how you said he was younger than Aaron Judge? Yep. He has more Silver Sluggers than him.
Wow.
Yeah, Aaron Judge won his 5th this year, and J-Ram has 6.
Dude. Jose Ramirez, dude. He's an incredible third baseman.
He's the Hank Aaron of our generation.
Yeah.
Jose Ramirez is the Hank Aaron of our generation. Because because Hank Aaron almost never led the league in home runs or anything crazy, but he always had a lot. He always had a lot of everything, and he always had enough to be like one of the best. But the guys that have the polarizing stats at the top usually have terrible polarizing stats in other ways. But Hank Aaron was just great in all of them, similarly to how J-Ram is.
Yeah, 2 super consistent players. If he wasn't winning an MVP, he was like in the top voting for MVP. He was in the conversation as one of the best seasons. Like you said, some of the stats didn't really jump off the Baseball Reference page as some other guys did. He wasn't having the 50, 60 homer seasons. I don't think he ever had a 50 homer season in his career, but I mean, 755 homers, it speaks for itself. Sort of a modern guy that I like to compare Jose Ramirez to for a pitcher is Zach Wheeler. I think those two guys are kind of similar. I feel like consistently they're putting up one of the best seasons at their position every year. They just haven't put up the best season, or they haven't been awarded with the MVP or the Cy Young yet. Zach Wheeler hasn't gotten a Cy Young. Jose Ramirez hasn't gotten an MVP. But both of those guys, I believe, are future Hall of Famers and 2 of the best of their generation.
Yeah, for sure. And Zach Wheeler is still going to be leading the Phillies for a long time.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Bobby Witt Jr., he gets his 2nd Silver Slugger as well. I mean, Gold Glove, Platinum Glove, Silver Slugger. That's pretty good.
He's really, really good, dude. He's so good.
Get him out of Kansas City. You don't know.
Another Central team. Just cut out those 10 teams.
Yeah.
We'll have a 20-team season.
Dude, like the Central owners are just so cheap, man. I hate to see it. I hate to see it. Like, they're all small market teams, like arguably besides the Cubs.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, it is
Maybe the
unfortunate to see.
Cardinals have a bit more money, but it's just not really. Nah, I don't know. It's just the Cubs.
Yeah, yeah, it's tough, man. It feels like the central teams, I feel like more so just like kind of stumble into their talent and then don't really do much with them rather than like signing and trading for guys like Jose Ramirez, Paul Skeens, like guys like that. The only like big contract or like big move that I could think of to a central team recently, aside from like extensions like Bobby Wood Jr., would be like Christian Yelich in like 2017, 2018. That was big at the time, but yeah, it feels like a lot of the owners don't really want to commit like some of the other teams do. You
Yeah,
know?
it feels like a lot of them are still clinging on to that 2015 Royals team.
Yeah,
You know, they're like, no, this can happen again. It
like
can work.
it's gonna work. It worked 10 years ago, one time.
It's not working.
Not gonna work, man.
Look at the Rays.
Yeah,
They've been trying so hard to make it work, and it's not.
it's not working.
Guys, like I hate to say it, but there's a reason the Dodgers won.
Yeah.
There's a reason the Dodgers won.
Yeah.
But all right, back to the Silver Sluggers. Byron Buxton, another central player. He wins his first Silver Slugger. Honestly, I'm surprised it's his first one. I thought he would have another one, but I'm glad he finally has one. Riley Green, he also gets his first. He had a really good year. He definitely was a slugger for sure, hitting a lot of bombs. One of the most hardcore three true outcome players of this season for sure. George Springer, he won a Silver Slugger. He definitely was a candidate for comeback player of the year for sure, you know, with how good of a season he had. I mean, in terms of OPS, he was the second best American League hitter this year, along with being one of the best playoff hitters of all time. Even when he was hurt and came back, he still immediately came back and had an impact. So, National League Silver Sluggers, Rockies catcher Hunter Goodman gets his first one. So, good for him. It's pretty good, man. Pete Alonso gets his first. What?
Whoa.
What?
What?
What? Pete Alonso gets his first Silver Slugger. Long overdue. Ketel Marte gets his second. Good for him. I mean, he's definitely an underrated player, so that's awesome. Manny Machado gets his third. So, you know, he's really establishing himself as a potential Hall of Famer for sure. You know, he recently hit 2,000 hits earlier in the year as well. So we'll see how that plays out, but he definitely could be a Hall of Famer with that. But Geraldo Perdomo, another Diamondback, he wins his first of his career, so that's really awesome. And Juan Soto, his sixth of his career. He's going to be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah. I mean, if he keeps up at this pace, he's going to go down as one of the best like pure hitters in baseball, one of the best left-handed hitters in baseball. It's been insane to see.
Yeah, and another Diamondback, Corbin Carroll. So we got 3 Diamondbacks winning Silver Sluggers, and they're in 4th place. Like, what's going on?
And they traded away 4 of their best players, dude. I don't understand. They gave away Merrill Kelly, Shelby Miller, Eugenio Suarez, and Josh Naylor, who probably could have been 2 more Silver Sluggers. Honestly, Naylor wouldn't have beat Pete Alonso, but I mean, Eugenio Suarez was a slugger for them, and they have a good core. Like that middle infield, especially, is great, and including Corbin Carroll in there too. They're in a weird spot, man. They're in a really weird position right now.
Yeah, either 4th place or 3rd place, but either way, yeah, it's just really weird. But you know, we mentioned Kyle Tucker earlier, potential Gold Glove nominee, did win the Silver Slugger, his second of his career, so that's pretty good. Ohtani was his 4th of his career.
I've heard of that guy.
Yeah, not surprising there. Obviously, he's if he could win the Platinum Slugger, he probably would. But to finish it off for the utility players, Alec Burleson for St. Louis, he wins it for them. So pretty sick. Good for him. And also, I forgot to mention, Zach McKinstry, the utility player for the American League. He wins his first Silver Slugger as well. So sorry, guys. We got a bit of ADHD in us. We get a little sidetracked sometimes. There's so much fun stuff to talk about here. But yeah, those are all of our silver sluggers for this year. Definitely well deserved and really interesting to kind of see like how many teams have some guys that have really outstanding players, but then still fail to succeed like on a deep playoff run level. Cough, cough, the Angels.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, CJ, finish us off with the managers of the year.
Yeah. So earlier you mentioned the history with Otani and Judge being a pair of players with back-to-back MVP awards. We actually got a similar situation with the managers of the year because the two managers that won the managers of the year this year won the managers of the year last year. It's Stephen Vogt and Pat Murphy. Guardians manager Stephen Vogt, Brewers manager Pat Murphy. I'm a little conflicted about Stephen Vogt winning it. I really like him. The Guardians did have a great push towards the end of the year. We mentioned earlier taking first place over the Tigers. That was a really exciting stretch. But I think that it might have should have gone to John Schneider with the Blue Jays. Maybe that might be a little bit of playoff bias just because of how great the playoff run was that they just had.
I would say the Mariners coach could also have won it as well.
Dan Wilson, I believe, finished third. So yeah, it was those top three guys, and it was close. You know, Stephen Vogt got only 17 out of 31st place
Didn't
votes.
the Mariners also finish third technically?
Yeah, I think they did. Yeah, yeah. Man, that's sad. That's too bad.
What are you gonna do?
But I mean, yeah, this Brewers or this Blue Jays team was really exciting, man. Last year they were in fifth place. They were 14 games under 500, and they were 20 games behind first place. Weren't even close to making the playoffs. This year they're in first place. They're 26 games above 500, and they take the Dodgers to Game 7 of the World Series. That's an incredible improvement that we saw, and a lot of it obviously goes to, I mean, the players were incredible. We talked in a couple months ago about the new Blue Jays hitting coach. He was a great part of it too. But I mean, John Schneider, I think, could have gotten some more love for that.
For sure. Although the Blue Jays need a new third base coach.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. They got to figure that out.
I'm calling you out, bruv. Whatever your name is. I don't know your name, but I know you ain't good at your job. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I take it back.
Yeah. Yeah.
I take it back. It was bad. I'm sorry.
It was bad.
I keep saying I'm sorry. I'm not. It's hard for me to be critical sometimes, but man, he made so many mistakes on the base pass by the Blue Jays in the playoffs. It was really bad.
It was bad. There were a lot of mistakes, and there were a lot of costly mistakes that really changed the outcome of what this series could have been. You know, and I mean, for the Brewers, Pat Murphy, manager, winning it, makes sense. They had the best record in baseball this year. They were a really exciting team. It's really unfortunate that their season ended the way it did in the NLCS. We don't have to talk about that. Don't worry about it. They were great during the regular season. They were a really exciting team.
Yeah, they were just like after the All-Star break came, they were just the best team in the National League the whole way through. It was awesome.
Yeah, but they had a 14-game winning streak, I think.
Yeah.
We uploaded like 3 baseball videos, and they hadn't lost any of those a game in that span.
Yeah, and they also swept the Dodgers at home for the first time in franchise history in that span too.
That's right. Yeah.
And then the Dodgers swept them in October.
Swept them. Yeah, when it mattered. Anyways, sorry.
So that's been today's episode of the Sci-Fly Zone, where the multiverse meets a seventh inning stretch. If you guys have any suggestions on topics that you would like us to talk about, leave it down in the comments. And if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate that watch time. We really do. And like I said, if there's anything else you want us to talk about, just leave it down in the comments. We'll be happy to talk about it. We talk about baseball stuff. We talk about Marvel stuff. We talk about DC stuff. We talk about a lot of stuff. So we're happy to talk about anything. So yeah. Again, this has been the Sci-Fi Zone, where the multiverse meets a seventh inning stretch. Hope you guys have a good one. Peace.